Frozen 2 is
Still a piece of garbage.
Now, before I talk about Frozen 2, let's talk about Frozen 1. Frozen 1 was an unexpectedly huge hit back in 2013. Yeah, I like Frozen, I think it's a good film, but it's not amazing or one of the best or anything like that. I honestly think that Frozen is overrated, meaning that it gets too much credit. One thing that I never ever understand is that this film, according to the Academy Awards, is way better than The Wind Rises. The Wind Rises is such a deep film on every level, and the animation is extremely stellar. And you think it's inferior to Frozen? If you say yes, then I will disagree strongly. The Wind Rises is one of the best films ever made, and it's made by Studio Ghibli, I don't know. The Wind Rises is such a deep film, while Frozen is not. Frozen is explicit and not really that deep. But really, how is Frozen way better than The Wind Rises? Seriously, please tell me why.
Tell me why.
Bottom line, I think Frozen is overrated, and it definitely didn't deserve to be the best animated feature film of 2013. It was definitely The Wind Rises, you Frozen bitch. The Wind Rises is way better than Frozen on every level, in my opinion. And not just my opinion, everyone else's opinion. I mean, do you really think that this is way better than The Wind Rises? The Wind Rises is all about World War II. And Frozen is all about... Well anyway, let's move on to Frozen 2. Frozen 2 is the official sequel to Frozen. And you wanna know why this movie disappointed me? Now before I begin, this is of course my opinion. There's no need for you guys to cry about it. There's no need for you guys to get triggered about it. There's no need for you guys to be like this guy.
I don't like this thing, but I like that thing. I like that thing. What the fuck? I like that thing. You know, there are people who exist that like that thing. We will not be silenced, you fucking son of a bitch! I like that thing. I like that thing.
Well, first of all, let's talk about the plot. Mrs. Google Translate, take it away.
Elsa hears a mysterious voice and the rest of the movie is just Elsa and company finding out where or what that voice is. One night Arendelle is getting screwed and according to this guy, the spirits of the enchanted forest are angered over wrongdoing that must be corrected, or else Arendelle's future will be in jeopardy. So Elsa and company goes on an adventure. Once she reaches Ahtohallan, she comes across her own memories and learns that the voice is that of Iduna calling out her. When Elsa tries to find out what went wrong, she learns the truth. Runerd wanted to subjugate the Northuldra by creating a dam to limit their resources due to their reliance on magic, which Runerd hated. When the Northuldra leader tried to reason with him, Runerd murdered him while he was unarmed. Elsa gets too deep into Ahtohallan, which causes her to turn to solid ice, but not before she sends this information to Anna. Anna knows that the dam must be destroyed, even if it means sending a flood to Arendelle. She goes to wake up the Earth Giants and gets them to follow her toward the dam. Matthias sees this and tries to stop Anna, but after she convinces him that Elsa learned the truth about the dam and why it must be destroyed, he relents and lures the Giants there. The Giants hurl boulders to the dam, which breaks it and sends the water flowing toward the kingdom.
Wanna know what happens next? Yeah, me too. But as usual, let's talk about the things that I really like about this movie. I don't think anyone can deny the animation of Frozen 2 is fantastic on every level. The soundtrack is amazing. I really like the soundtrack, most notably Lost in the Woods. Lost in the Woods is basically my favorite song in the whole film, and it is also my favorite song in the whole Frozen series. In the first film, I kinda don't like Elsa because Elsa is, in Frozen 1, she's very one-dimensional and very shallow and not really that interesting of a character. And I know some guy made that video about Elsa being an awfully written character, and I agree. I agree 100% with that video. Elsa was so awful in Frozen 1, but in Frozen 2, they fixed the problem and made Elsa interesting for the first time in forever. So now, let's talk about the things that I really really don't like about this movie. Aside from Elsa, all the other characters suck in this movie, I guess. I mean, in the first film, Anna, Kristoff, and Olaf are very likable. In the sequel, Anna is not as likable or as funny in the first film, but she's fine. Olaf is funny in the first film.
Oh, look at that. I've been impaled.
But in the sequel, they made him so annoying that I can't freaking stand him. But at least he's pretty smart.
Every Arendellian ship has a compartment, waterproof.
That's very clever. Although it does make me wonder why they don't just make the whole ship waterproof.
Kristoff has got to be my most favorite character in Frozen 1. But in Frozen 2, it pissed me off so much that they ruined Kristoff by turning him into an extremely cliche character. The whole film, he's just gonna keep on saying,
Will you marry me? No.
And of course, he succeeded. Yeah, Kristoff is basically useless in this film. Oh, except for this one scene where Kristoff saves Anna. But now it is time to get back to the plot to properly discuss the absolute worst thing about this film. Remember what Google Translate said a couple minutes ago? We'll get to that now. Arendelle is about to be destroyed by the flood, but luckily, Elsa was unfrozen just in time to save Arendelle. You wanna know why I hate this movie so much? Well, it's all because of this one scene. And you wanna know why I hate this one scene so much?
Anticlimactic means causing disappointment at the end of an exciting or impressive series of events.
And that's exactly what this whole film is. Just a big, anticlimactic, mediocre mess. Honestly, I think it's even worse than mediocre. A movie can actually be ruined by one scene if that one scene is extremely important and must be done right. You know what would have been so much better? It would have been better if Elsa or Anna says, Arendelle's not a place, it's a people. Frozen 2 being a Thor Ragnarok ripoff would have been so much better than this. I really don't like this movie. I think it's unfocused. I think it's terrible. It's anticlimactic, and it's anticlimactic, and it's... What else can I say other than anticlimactic? It's so bad. And of course, it's just my opinion, and I'm going to give it 4 out of 10. It's very unfocused, very anticlimactic, and not to mention, very cringy.
Anna, I need to ask you a question.
Okay.
Do you want to build a snowman?
What the fuck?
It's a boring, pointless, doesn't stick with me sequel, and I honestly think that it doesn't hold up. There, I said it. Somebody has to say it. I honestly think that this movie does not hold up. And that's why I hate Frozen 2. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. It really means a lot. Thank you so much for the support, and see you next time.
Do you want to build a snowman?
What?
What the fuck?
With the ruggedness, knock his knuckles, the blow thrower, independent flower, magical emerald holder, give you the coldest shoulder, my spike goes through boulders, that's why I stay alone, I was born by myself, I don't need a posse, I get it on by myself, adversaries get shelved.